Morning. I saw this question or a similar question on Quora yesterday, so I wrote it down and thought we'd chat more about it today. I love starting the conversation with ChatGPT, like having it prompt me, basically like improv, allows me to speak more from knowledge and experience rather than from preparation, from like studying everything and building out a beautiful pitch deck and making sure I'm using all of the right words and whatnot. But I wanted to discuss a little bit about how a business owner who, if they have never had any experience with SEO before, whether or not they plan to DIY, do it themselves, or hire an agency, they still want to be able to track their progress. So I asked ChatGPT, and it's black right here because it's asking GPT-4 all the way up to the top. What KPIs should the business owner be focusing on? I like to build out spreadsheets um, in such a way that help score the progress. Um, oh, I don't have the link for it right now. I'd show you what I have for custom aids. I'll do another video for that another day. But I'm going to build one right now that I would use or that I think would be suitable for any home service industry. Um, and the reason for that is because primarily, oh, my face isn't going over here. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. So for home services, primarily the goal is the first goal is to generate a lead that is interested in an estimate. Whether it's house cleaning, they've got to know a custom package, plan, or price. Landscape design, lawn care, um, attorneys. It's not exactly home service, but the goal is to generate a lead and deliver an estimate, make an offer, basically. So this is much, much, much different from e-commerce where you're ideally you're never talking to your customers. You are building out a buyer journey in such a way that solves all of their pain points and problems and concerns and whatnot that they buy right then and there. Um, with home service, it's a bit different. You're dealing with a person's home and likely a larger project. For custom aids, house cleaning, we have our team going into 500 houses, 500 visits every single month. There's a lot of trust that has to be there, and it gets built by talking one on one with a person. It takes much more of that versus buying a phone case online or a T-shirt. Anyway, we're gonna build this progress tracker real quick. It's not going to be anything fancy, but it's going to give you an idea to help give you a score. So here, ChatGPT thinks we should focus on organic traffic, keyword rankings, click-through rate, bounce rate, time on page, conversion rate, backlinks, and pages per session. All these are great KPIs, but what I think that you're more interested in will be the following. So, bear with me. Now if I had, hopefully it's okay, but when I click over to that tab, hopefully you can see the spreadsheet. If not, I'm gonna have to trim this video and then make a part 2 and link to it. So what are we going to API actions clicks CTR. Ugh, that's one word. And then one. Okay. This one is going to be entirely automated. Ooh. I want to track conversion rates, but they're different. So I want to know visits to leads, clicks to visits, visits to leads, leads to estimates, estimates to one. You can do this very simply. Basically, what I'm going to do with the CTR here, this is just click. Okay. And then let's say what's right now it is year. Do this. How do I do this? Year. Ew. Month. So I'll track it on a monthly basis. You really don't need to do it more. Just all that. Beautiful. Okay. So let's say visits. How many visits were there for that many clicks? Let's say there were that many. Let's say there were one. We deliver a good amount of estimates. Typically 13. It's not like the best. Actually, not that bad though. Yeah, and then this will be the score. Wait a minute. Score. I kind of would like to have it there. Okay, how are we going to score this? We have total control over. Okay, so we can say like one estimates, number 3 leads are worth 1, visits are worth 0.1, clicks are worth 0.2. think. What are we doing here? Yeah. 0.075. And then these are worth 0.001. Okay. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. You put that there, so don't forget. It is. Right? Visits. Estimate. Okay, let's say. And then we're going to go. Really just making it up. CTRs, ooh, abysmal there. Okay, these got to go up because mm, like I'm annoyed that I'm spending as much time on it. Okay. Visits. Let's say 83%. Okay. I just putting a bunch of dummy data in. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, good. All right. Now I have to maintain this. Usually, I'm trying to hide it. I'm sorry, this is kind of ugly. A little bit grayer, so it's harder to see. Okay, all these are here. Okay, so the score is this is going to get kind of ugly because I would rather do it the other way. Basically, you have to be, it's equals parentheses this times your impressions, close it out, and add this. Oops, oops, oops. Sorry, parentheses. This times this. Close it out. Add parentheses. This times this. Close it out. Add. Oh, keep repeating. Here's our unique score. There you go. It's a 245, 36. So, what you would do, like how this helps, is it gives you a tangible number, compiling all of the KPIs that you care about, giving you one score, and then saying, all right, go beat it again next month. That way you can easily tell and quickly see which month was your best, which was your worst. See if your efforts are picking up speed when they start gaining traction. I know this isn't the best way, but all of this stuff can be gathered from either free software or software you already use. So impressions and clicks, these are search engine impressions and search engine clicks, typically Google, Bing, Microsoft. You are going to get this from their webmaster tools, Google Search Console or Bing Webmaster Tools. CTR, super simple, is just basically a simple division formula. Number of visits. I should preface this and say visits because I don't want to say visits. I'd say completed visits all the time, but that's for our house cleaning. So website visits, and then how many of those turned into leads, how many of those leads turned into estimates, and how many of those estimates you ended up winning. What you can do is here another one, conversion rate. If you wanted to go like a conversion is like anything. So here I want to know how many I won versus how many leads. This is a common one. What's our conversion rate across the board as far as leads? This data is much lower than what we convert at anyway, as far as those are concerned. Now, if I wanted to say, well, okay, well, what's the percentage that we win from, okay, C11 divided by C6 for the clicks? What's that? So this I can say, and then I take this whole row and I can go get the average. I see it's 1%. This is from the clicks. On average, every 100 clicks means a new client or a new one opportunity. So you can do whatever you want in that row. I'm just going to take it off for now. But like the most important thing is your score here. So now let's see how A is. So I can already tell like it's the leads are higher. When I had a purposeful drawback to see how much it affected right here. I pulled back here, but I really didn't pull back too much on leads until the end. So we'll see how it affects it. We'll go one at a time. May 290. I'm going to take it down. I want 2 decimals. Or wait, do I? Now, let's make it simpler. Okay. That was so you can cheer. That one was better. I mean, you can obviously tell by just like a quick glance at the numbers, but with that score, you can tell there 269. Okay, we had a pullback. Even though we had more impressions, we had fewer clicks, that's fine. Same amount of website visits, but fewer estimates. No, yeah, just fewer estimates there. A few fewer leads. Um, so we had a bit of a pullback. Moving on to July, this is going to have an even bigger pullback. Though likely, well, it has a bigger pullback in terms of impressions, but we will see if these metrics, how much they influence it. 286. Okay. So really, this deemed this month worse than May in terms of the search engine impressions, or the score, I'm sorry. But here we won 2 more clients, we delivered 5 more estimates and got 6 more leads. So we did better there business wise. And so that's where you can run into trouble with something like this. It's a good way to track your SEO efforts. It's tracking the success, the progress of the search engine impressions. But ultimately, the goal is to get leads and get those estimates and get those converted into clients, not to just have a huge number of impressions in Google, right? Even though the higher that number is, the more leads you'll generate. It's just a numbers game, really. But let's move on and go, and we'll finish this until January and see how it influences it. Yes, this one went way up. Even more so, of course. I think that, oh, I think August is going to be the biggest one, or else January 2020. Oh, it's right there in front of me. Oh, because it's 27. A huge pullback here. So it says, all right, what happened here? What's going on? Um, say half the clicks. So really, if we were to make this a little more fair, we can go like 692. There, it's 336. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. So, um, I don't know how helpful that is, but this is a way that any business owner could track their SEO progress. If you'd like this sheet, you want to make a copy for yourself and just use it, um, reach out, drop a comment below, send an email. If you send me an email, though, I get a lot of them now with just because I tell everyone to email like from my videos. Please put in the subject or at least in the message what it's about, so I know what it's coming from and what you're after. So, any questions? Let me know. Have a good one.